Hi there everyone, this is Scott Nicholson and I'm here with an InPlay video review of Urban Sprawl. It's actually the game's turn right now, so they're going to let the game take the turn while I tell you about this game. So here in Urban Sprawl, what we're doing is we're actually building things on the board. So we are urban planners, and so we've built buildings on the board. And so what's happening now is between each player's turn, what you actually do is you refresh the cards, and as you refresh the cards, you determine who wins certain spots on the board. And so each building is worth the numbers that are on all of the 4 areas adjacent to that building. So this building, for example, you have to add up 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 10. Now what's annoying about this is you have things that say the player with the most valuable building. So you have to look at all the different combinations and figure out where that could be. And so what we're doing a lot in this game is working through the board when players are not taking their turns. I really am disappointed with the pacing of this game. I find it kind of interesting. You're making choices here so you can specialize in a couple things and win when that comes available, or you can try and spread yourself out to get second and third place bonuses. You're making choices. The other problem is you have so many action points, but you can see how many cards we're cycling through. You can't really decide what you're going to do when it's not your turn because you cycle through so many cards. Now this is still between 2 players' turns. We go through all of this stuff between each 2 players. We're flipping all these cards and resolving all of this. So as you see, we're at a minute 30 in this video so far, and we've done nothing but resolve cards, and this is between 2 players' turns. For me, this makes this game a no-go. I'm very frustrated by the amount of time we're spending processing game between players' turns. There's this concept of flow, game flow, where you want things to flow in a consistent manner, in a smooth manner. And this game flow is very, very jerky. You do a lot on your turn, and then we process the game. They're still processing the game back there. We didn't set this up. This is how it has been consistently in this game. So anyway, there's some interesting stuff here. The board is nicely laid out with the action point choices. You can see the numbers by what it's going to cost you in action points for everything you want to do. Because so many cards change between turns, though, you can't really plan too much out until your turn starts. We find we're adding up numbers of columns again and again and again, and we're doing a lot of work between players' turns. They're still not done processing between my turn and the next player's turn. So, what do I think about Urban Sprawl? Well, I don't think it's a game I need to play again. As a designer, and for future designers, when you put together a game, try and make it so things are smoother. And what's with the sunglasses? It's because I'm just that cool. No, I had my eyes dilated earlier today. If I take them off, I'm like, oh, I can't see. Anyway, that's it for me for Urban Sprawl. I'm going to avoid this game in the future, and hopefully everyone can take some advice from that and learn how to better create games that have a smoother flow. So that's all, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye. Hey, is it someone's turn yet? No, we're still processing 3 minutes in, and we're still processing the game's turn. So it's actually a 4-player game. With the game's actually kind of slow. He's still taking his turn. So anyway, enough of that. Take care and bye-bye. Hey, Scott here. Just to let you know, after I stopped that video, we had 2 more events. We're still not done between players' turns. I just kind of wanted you to realize that what's happening here. We are now still scoring cards. So at this point, we're at about 6 minutes of processing the game between players' turns. We're just going to keep this rolling to see how long it goes before someone gets to take a turn. So now we flip. And what's happening is we flip. The number at the bottom tells us which row we score points are.
I have 6.
So now we're scoring, and you can see so I mean, it's not that there's bad ideas on the game, but all of the amount of calculation really could have been handled well with an app. So we'll see if we are done. Not yet. So we just got a little bit more to flip here. All right. And this could be our last card. Yay! So we had about 7 minutes of time it took us to process cards before the next player goes. Let's actually talk to the other players and see what they think about this game. Hi there, who are you?
Hi, my name's Rick.
And what do you think about this game?
It's got a lot of things going on. I know of at least one thing I like, and if I was going to design my own game, a city builder, I would take that one thing, but I think you're exactly right. The flow is just not there. The one thing that did happen was I was able to boost myself up a bit. I was really far behind, and then you guys were like here, and I was able to go here, and that was awesome, but now you're over there. There's a lot of points that happen. Like once you got points, you're not losing points any over here. You're not losing any of these buildings. So you're just going to keep plowing ahead until I destroy your buildings.
Now this is a nice twist in this game. It allows the players in last place to ability to bulldoze other players' buildings. So there is a bit of a catch-up mechanism that the person who is in last place is going to get to cause a little bit of grief. But is it too little too late? Let's ask Jason. Hi there, who are you?
I'm Scott.
Hi there, Scott. What do you think about this game?
Well, so to contextualize this, I was a really early P500 pre-order on this. I wasn't interested in this because of dominant species. I forget my exact pre-order number, but it was like 200. So I waited about 16 months for this game. I did calculate, it was almost 16 months to the day. When it arrived, it was missing a piece, so I had to wait another week to get to play it. And this is kind of my favorite genre. I really love city building, both in board games and computer games. And we're about 2/3 of the way through my second play, and I am really, really bored. It's like the pieces are very nice. I kind of like the aesthetic of it. I like the component quality. Like I said, I really love city building games, but it is just way too much fiddling with numbers. And going back to the scoring, you remember in the beginning part of the game, we were all down in the 10s to 20s for a long time, and then the gap keeps widening. So the more we play, the further ahead the leader gets. So there's a real positive feedback problem. It may change a little bit when Rick starts bulldozing, but that's not going to help me, the person in second. And the other thing to notice is when we started futzing with the cards at the start of the first video, Scott's score was down in the 40s, so he gained about 40 points
In 7 minutes.
in 7 minutes as we flipped over cards.
And that's because I'm just that good of a player at this game. So
He wasn't even at the table.
So what you're taking from this? So Jason really likes this kind of game. I really like Dominant Species. I pre-ordered this. I have it. I was looking forward to it because I really like Dominant Species. I will say that the board is nicely laid out. There's a lot of nice. It's easy to make your decisions when you get to take a turn, but turns are just so bursty, and that really makes it unfun for large parts of the game. So anyway, we're going to now take a turn in the game. I'll talk to you all later. Bye bye.